They said success look expensive. I don't think they met the people I know. Got a mansion on a hill, don't own a yacht, and I probably never will. My truck's got dents and the paint ain't new, but it's paid off and that's good enough too. Got food on the table every night, got my family doing alright. Got friends that'll answer when I call, that's worth more than money after all. The world keeps chasing bigger things, diamond watches and golden rings. Meanwhile, the best days I've ever had didn't cost much cash. Some folks got millions, but no peace of mind. I ain't rich, still winning. Got a good life I'm living. Got people I love and a roof above. What more could I be missing? I ain't rich, still winning. Thank God every morning. Not counting dollars, counting blessings, and the list keeps growing. Saturday grilling in the backyard, kids running wild under the stars, neighbors laughing down the street, that's the sound of victory. My old boots have seen some miles, my hands have carried heavy trials, but every scar reminds me why the simple life is worth the fight. I watch people chase success, only to end up stressed to death. Meanwhile, the best things in this world can't be bought or possessed. A full heart beats better than a full wallet. I ain't rich, still winning. Got a good life I'm living. Got people I love and a roof above. What more could I be missing? I ain't rich, still winning. Thank God every morning. Not counting dollars, counting blessings, and the list keeps growing. Maybe success isn't what they told us. Maybe success is being present. Maybe success is coming home to people who are glad you made it back. Maybe success is peace. One day my hair will turn gray, and these old roads will fade away. But if I loved well and lived true, then I've already made it through. Cause when the final chapter comes and the last sunset is done, I won't be thinking about what I own, I'll be thinking about who I love. That's the treasure worth protecting, that's the wealth worth collecting. And every day I get to live feels like another gift. I ain't rich, still winning. Got a good life I'm living. Got people I love and a roof above. What more could I be missing? I ain't rich, still winning. Thank God every morning. Not counting dollars, counting blessings, and the list keeps growing. I ain't rich, still winning, and I'd do it all again, because the best things in life but never for sale. Funny thing about doubters, they disappear when you finally win. Back when I was chasing dreams, everybody had opinions, nobody believed in me. They saw an old truck and worn out boots, a small town kid with nothing to lose, a paycheck short and a stubborn mind, trying to outrun county lines. Teacher said, be realistic. Friends said, lower your aim. Some people only see your limits, they never see your flame. But every insult became fuel, every joke became a spark, every door they tried to close only lit up something in the dark. The more they doubted, the harder I pushed. They said I wouldn't make it, said I'd never get this far. Now I'm watching sunsets through the windshield of my scars. They said I wouldn't make it, but here I stand today. Every mile I fought through, help me find my way. Hey! Work construction through the summers, work the graveyard through the cold, put every dollar toward the future nobody else could see unfold. Miss birthdays, miss weekends, missed a lot of easy roads, because success ain't built by comfort, it's built by carrying heavy loads. There were nights I almost quit, nights I questioned everything, but quitting never felt as good as proving them wrong again. Now every sunrise feels earned, every lesson finally paid, every struggle left behind became the man I am today. When life got heavy, I got stronger. They said I wouldn't make it, said I'd never get this far. Now I'm watching sunsets through the windshield of my scars. They said I wouldn't make it, but here I stand today. Every mile I fought through, help me find my way. Maybe you're hearing voices saying you'll never win. Maybe the world's been telling you to stop believing again. Don't listen to the crowd that never walked your road. The strongest trees grow taller through the hardest storms. Whoa, keep climbing. Whoa, Feel the sunlight on my chest. The same road they laughed about is the same road I'm driving now. I ain't perfect, never claimed to be, but every battle gave me strength and every failure set me free. Because success ain't money and success ain't fame. Success is looking in the mirror and respecting your own name. And if tomorrow brings another fight, I'll welcome it once again. Cause every challenge that appears is another chance to win. They said I wouldn't make it, said I'd never get this far. Now I'm watching sunsets through the windshield of my scars. They said I wouldn't make it, but here I stand today. Every mile I fought through helped me find my way. They said I wouldn't make it, now the whole world knows. The strongest flowers sometimes grow through concrete roads. Never let someone else's limits become your own. Some men wear suits, some men wear work boots. Steel-toe boots on the cracked concrete floor. Clock says 6, but I've been up since 4. Coffee black and the sunrise red. Another long day laying up ahead. Hands full of calluses, back full of strain. Working through heat, working through rain. Nobody writes songs about guys like us, but this whole country's built by dust. I've worn out gloves and worn out knees. Chased paychecks through 1,000 degrees. And every scar that life left behind still reminds me why I keep grinding. The world keeps turning because we show up, work boots and war scars. That's who we are. Built by hard roads and nights under the stars. Work boots and war scars. Every wound tells a story. Every setback became strength. Every struggle became glory. Hey! Saw a welder with burns on his arms, still smiling like life didn't know harm. Saw a trucker with 1,000,000 miles, still carrying dreams behind those eyes. We've all got battles nobody sees, hidden beneath our sleeves, trying to hold families together while carrying storms through every weather. No headlines for the overtime shift, no trophies for the loads we lift, but every town and every street exists because we don't retreat. Strong backs build strong futures. Hey! Work boots and war scars, that's who we are. Built by hard roads and nights under the stars. Work boots and war scars, everyone tells a story. Every setback became strength, every struggle became glory. maybe greatness doesn't shine. Maybe greatness is a father working overtime. Maybe greatness is a mother holding everything together. Maybe heroes wear steel toes more often than designer leather. Dropping low, pain gold across the road. The whistle blows, the day is done. But tomorrow brings another one. And I do it all again for my family and my friends, because purpose isn't found in these. Purpose lives in responsibility. The world can keep its fancy things. I'll take honest work and simple dreams, 'cause at the end of every fight, I can still sleep good at night. Work boots and war scars, hey, that's who we are. Built by hard roads and nights under the stars. Hey, work boots and war scars, every wound tells a story. Every setback became strength. Every struggle became glory. Work boots and war scars, still standing proud, still carrying the weight, still making our people proud. Respect the people who build the world before sunrise. Some folks inherit money, some inherit hard times. Some folks inherit money, some inherit hard times. I was born where the gravel meets the blacktop line, where the bills came early and the pay came behind. Daddy worked still, mama worked late. Both taught me patience, both taught me faith. Hand-me-down boots in a second-hand truck. Learned real young life, don't care about look. Rain on the roof and heat barely worked. Still found a way to make every dollar stretch. Friday night lights in a counterfeit crowd. Dreams are big, but we never talk loud around. Here you earn every inch you keep. Nothing comes easy and nothing comes cheap. The world got heavy, but we got stronger. We were raised on hard times, raised on sacrifice, raised where the strong survive and the weak think twice. Raised on hard times, but we never broke. Every scar became a lesson, every struggle gave us hope. Every struggle gave us hope. Saw neighbors lose farms that worked all their lives, still show up smiling and help another survive. Saw old men fixing fences in the pouring rain like toughness was stitched into their veins. Everybody around here carries hidden weight, trying to feed families while fighting fate. But nobody complains more than they must. They just keep showing up because that's what we trust. I've been knocked down, I've been counted out. I've had moments filled with fear and doubt, but every storm taught me who I am. A stubborn soul with a working man's hands. The road got rough, we kept rolling. We were raised on hard times, raised on sacrifice, raised where the strong survive and the weak think twice. Raised on hard times, but we never broke. Every scar became a lesson, every struggle gave us hope. sunset paints the fields in gold, like stories my grandfather told about surviving droughts and hard years with faith stronger than fear. I carry those lessons every day, every mile and every highway, because roots run deep where I come from, and quitting never gets the job done. If tomorrow brings another fight, our faces standing upright, 'cause hard times made me who I am, and I wouldn't change a single damn thing. We were raised on hard times, raised on sacrifice, raised where the strong survive and the weak think twice. Raised on hard times, but we never broke. Every scar became a lesson, every struggle gave us hope. Raised on hard times, raised on grit and pride, raised on faith and fire that never died. The hard times didn't destroy us. They introduced us to ourselves. I didn't hear the famous last name, so I decided to build one. When I was young, our family name didn't carry wealth or local fame, just hard-working people doing their best, trying to survive like all the rest. No politicians in our bloodline, no old money left behind, just callous hands and honest sweat, and lessons I ain't forgotten yet. I used to think they put me behind compared to others in the race of life, until I learned the powerful truth: a name can grow because of you. Your last name isn't your limit, it's your starting point. I'm on the road to a better last name, building something that'll remain for my children and the children too, long after my days are through. I'm on the road to a better last name, one sacrifice at a time, turning hard work into legacy and dreams into family pride. Shift I work, every lesson learned from hurt, every promise I kept when it was hard, added another brick to the yard. Not building mansions just for show, building values that can grow, teaching discipline and faith, and how to stand when pressure weighs. 'Cause money comes and money goes, but character continues to grow, and a respected family name outlives fortune and fame. The greatest inheritance is a reputation earned. I'm on the road to a better last name, building something that'll remain for my children and the children too, long after my days are through. I'm on the road to a better last name, one sacrifice at a time, turning hard work into legacy and dreams into family pride. Every generation gets one question: will the story improve because you were here, or stay exactly the same? That answer is written daily. Build it stronger, pass it down. One someday a great grandchild I won't meet may walk a road I helped create, never knowing every sacrifice that quietly changed their life. And honestly, that's enough for me, 'cause that's how legacy should be. Planting seeds you'll never see grow, trusting future seasons to unfold. The road ain't over, not even close. Still miles left beneath these boots, but every step I take today moves the family name another way. I'm on the road to a better last name, building something that'll remain for my children and the children too, long after my days are through. I'm on the road to a better last name, one sacrifice at a time, turning hard work into legacy and dreams into family pride. And the journey feels right, because true success lives beyond your own life. You may not choose the name you inherit, but you can choose the name you leave behind. Some men are raised by comfort. Some men are raised by survival. Raised where the winners hit harder than fists, where the strong survive and the weak get missed. No silver spoons and no safety net, just dirt road lessons and unpaid debt. Daddy taught me how to throw a punch, Mama taught me how to trust in God. Life taught me everything in between, like how to stay standing when it gets hard. I grew up fast in a world that didn't care, learned real quick life ain't always fair. But every scar became another stripe on the soul of a man built for this life. The cold made me tougher, the struggle made me dangerous. Raised by wolves and diesel, built by storms of steel, hard to fire, nerves of iron, that's the reason I still feel. Raised by wolves and diesel, never learned how to kneel. Every mile, every fight made me exactly what I am tonight. Hey! 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 Back when the truck barely started and the bank account looked departed, I still showed up every morning like failure wasn't even an option. Everybody talks about success, nobody talks about the cost. The missed holidays, the sleepless nights, the things that had to be lost. I buried friends, I buried dreams, I watched life tear apart teams. But somehow through the smoke and pain, I kept finding my feet again. You can break my plans, but not my spirit. Raised by wolves and diesel, built by storms of steel, hard to fire, nerves of iron, that's the reason I still feel. Raised by wolves and diesel, never learned how to kneel. Every mile, every fight made me exactly what I am tonight. Hey! Hey! The wolves taught hunger, the diesel taught endurance, the road taught patience, the pain taught purpose, and somewhere between the struggle and the victory. A boy became a man without even noticing. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Now the moon hangs over county lines and the highway stretches through the night. The younger me would never believe everything I've lived and survived. Still got dirt on my boots, still got fire in my chest, still got dreams worth chasing, still refusing to rest. Because comfort never built legends, and easy never built grit. The road made me who I am, and I wouldn't trade a second of it. Raised by wolves and diesel, built by storms of steel, hard to find, nerves of iron. That's the reason I still feel. Raised by wolves and diesel, never learned how to kneel. Every mile, every fight made me exactly what I am. Raised by wolves and diesel, still chasing the horizon, still carrying the fight, still surviving. The world didn't raise me, the road did. So man, slow down when life gets hard. I hit the throttle. Well, I need her touching the edge tonight. Dust cloud rising underneath the headlights. Everybody said I should play it safe, but safe never put legends in place. I got scars from battles they never saw. Built my life around grit and flaws. Every setback loaded another round. Now I'm aiming higher than my hometown. The road got rough, I got rougher. The pressure came, I got tougher. Every closed door became motivation. Every loss became acceleration. I didn't come this far to let fear drive. No brakes, no mercy. Pedal to the floor. No brakes, no mercy. I've been here before. Every doubt, every setback only made me dangerous. No brakes, no mercy. I ain't slowing up. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Long nights underneath factory lights. Long nights underneath factory lights. Building dreams while the world slept tight. Nobody cared when the struggle was mine. I wonder how I survived the climb. I remember counting every dime, trying to buy a little extra time, trying to keep the lights turned on, trying to stay strong when hope was gone. But pressure creates a different breed. The kind of men who never retreat. The kind of men who see adversity as another opportunity. The harder it gets, the harder I push. No brakes, no mercy. Pedal to the floor. No brakes, no mercy. I've been here before. Every doubt, every setback only made me dangerous. No brakes, no mercy. I ain't slowing up. Hey! Most people stop when it hurts. Most people people quit when it's hard. Most people fold under pressure. Most people never find out what they're truly capable of, because they leave the fight too early. Full throttle. Keep going. Yeah. Now the highway burns beneath my wheels, and everything I fall for feels real. Not because the journey's done, but because I know who I become. A man who learned from every loss, a man who paid every cost, a man who kept showing up when everyone else had enough to roll the hick and bring whatever. I've survived worse weather, and if tomorrow wants another fight, I'll meet it head on tonight. No breaks, no mercy. Pedal to the floor. No breaks, no mercy. I've been here before. Every doubt, every setback only made me dangerous. No breaks, no mercy. I ain't slowing up. No breaks, no mercy. Still chasing the horizon, still hunting greatness, still on fire. Winners aren't the fastest, they're the ones who never lift. I used to think wealth looked like a bank account. Now I know it looks a lot different. Hey! Saturday morning on the bleachers, sunlight shining through the cedar. Parents lined up down the fence, living moments money can't purchase. My son's number on his jersey back, dust flying from the Wont track. He looked over, saw me there, and flashed a smile beyond compare. I remembered all those years, working overtime through sweat and tears, thinking success was somewhere ahead, instead of right here where I sat. Sometimes the richest moments don't cost a thing. I was the wealthiest man at the Little League game, not because of money or fame. The wealthiest man at the Little League game, because I was present that day. My family beside me, my boy out there smiling, and nothing in the world could compare to being the wealthiest man at the Little League game. Hey! Hey! I met folks with bigger houses, bigger boats and bigger accounts, but some of them were traded off for one more chance to hear their children call. Because time moves faster than we think, like water rushing through a creek. One day they're small and holding hands, next thing they're making their own plans. So I put down the phone more often, started guarding these moments, because opportunity isn't only business. Sometimes opportunity is witnessing. The scoreboard fades, the memories stay. I was the wealthiest man at the Little League game, not because of money or fame. The wealthiest man at the Little League game, because I was present that day. My family beside beside me, my boy out there smiling, and nothing in the world could compare to being the wealthiest man at the Little League game. Success means different things at different ages, but eventually most men discover the things they were chasing were already sitting beside them. Don't miss it. Be there. Years from now, probably forget the final score in every hit, but maybe he'll remember one thing, that his old man showed up consistently. And if that's true, then I have won more than any trophy under the sun. 'Cause being remembered as a good father outweighs every other honor. The older I get, the more I see the best investments on a screen. They're made in moments you can never repeat with the people you love deeply. I was the wealthiest man at the Little League game, not because of money or fame. The wealthiest man at the Little League game, because I was present that day. My family beside me, my boy out there smiling, and nothing in the world could compare to being the wealthiest man at the Little League game. The wealthiest man at the Little League game. And I wouldn't trade that seat for every dollar in the world, because that moment belonged to me. Some men spend their whole lives chasing wealth and never realize they already had it. Every generation gets a choice. Carry the burden or lighten it. Yeah. My granddaddy worked beneath the sun so my daddy could get a little more done. My daddy broke his back for years so I could start a little further from fear. Now I stand somewhere in between, part of the past and part of the dream, holding lessons handed down from every hard working soul in town. I remember empty pockets and doubt, wondering how we'd make it out. Those memories still live in me, like roots beneath an old oak tree. Every sacrifice echoes long after it's made. My grandson won't know this struggle, that's the reason I keep going. My grandson won't know this struggle, because somebody kept building, one generation lifting the next. That's how a legacy grows. My grandson won't know this struggle, and that's the goal. Hey, hey, hey. I don't don't mean he'll never face storms. Life will test him in different forms, but maybe he won't carry the same weight that kept previous generations awake. Maybe he'll have better opportunities built from decades of responsibility. Maybe he'll dream a little bigger because we made the foundation stronger. That's not weakness, that's progress. That's the reward of faithfulness. Every brick laid before today created another possible way. The future gets brighter when somebody pays the price. My grandson won't know this struggle. That's the reason I keep going. My grandson won't know this struggle because somebody kept building. One generation lifting the next. That's how legacy grows. My grandson won't know this struggle, and that's the goal. A tree never enjoys the shade it creates, but future generations do. That's what real leadership looks like. Planting what you may never sit under. Pass it down. One day I'll be a photograph hanging somewhere in the back, and maybe a young boy will ask who that old man was. I hope they tell him I worked hard, kept my word, and played my part. Not because I wanted praise, but because I believe in better days. And if he never understands the burdens carried by these hands, then maybe that's the greatest proof. The mission finally made it through. My grandson won't know this struggle. That's the reason I keep going. My grandson won't know this struggle because somebody kept building. One generation lifting the next. That's how a legacy grows. My grandson won't know this struggle, and that's the goal. My grandson won't know this struggle, but he'll know the values remain. Faith, family, hard work, running through our name. Greatest success is making life better for people you'll never meet. Most people saw a piece of land. I saw the future. Started with a nigger on the edge of town. Nothing fancy, just a patch of ground. A few fence posts and a vision in mind, bigger than the property line. Everybody asked what I plan to do. I said build something that'll outlive me too. They laughed a little, shook their heads, but the dream kept growing instead. I wasn't buying dirt, I was buying possibility. A place where roots could grow for generations after me. Big things begin in small places. 1 acre, one dream, one legacy. That's all it really takes. generation grows. One acre, one dream, one legacy, and the story keeps going. Years passed and the work got real. Long weekends behind the wheel, building fences, planting trees, turning vision into memories. Children running through the grass, watching seasons slowly pass, learning values under open skies that no classroom could provide. The land taught patience, the land taught stewardship, the land taught responsibility, and the value of ownership. What you build today can bless tomorrow. That's all it really takes. One acre, one dream, one legacy, built through faith and sacrifice. One generation plants, another generation grows. One acre, one dream, one legacy, and the story keeps going. A legacy isn't measured by how much you consume. It's measured by what remains after you're gone and who benefits from it. Whoa! Plant the seed. Whoa! Watch it grow. Whoa! One day my grandson might stand on the same piece of land, never knowing every sacrifice that he'll create this life. And honestly, that's alright, because the mission wasn't recognition. The mission was creating opportunity for the next generation. The dream got bigger than me somewhere along the way, and that's when I knew it had become a legacy. That's all it really takes. One acre, one dream, one legacy, built through faith and sacrifice. One generation plants, another generation grows. One acre, one dream, one legacy, and the story keeps going. One acre, one dream, one legacy, long after will remain, and the future will grow strong. The land was never the goal. The legacy was. Some people pray for easier weather. I pray for stronger shoulders. I was born where the wind cuts deep and hard times don't let you sleep, where every dollar's earned the hard way and nobody gets a free payday. The storms came early in my life, failure, heartbreak, sacrifice. Every chapter tried to slow me down, but I kept getting off the ground. I've been counted out 100 times, watched opportunities pass me by, but pressure only sharpened me like steel inside a blacksmith's fire. The storm kept coming, so I got stronger. I was built for the storm, built for the rain, built for the nights that bring heartache and pain, built for the fire Seen crops failed in summer heat. Seen good men brought to their knees. Seen dreams disappear overnight, and still watch people rise and fight. That's where I learned resilience, not from books but experience. From men with rough hands and tired eyes who never quit despite the odds. They taught me strength ain't being loud. Strength is standing through the clouds and finding reasons to move ahead when common sense says stay in bed. The world gets rough, so do strong men. I was built for the storm, built for the rain, built for the nights that bring heartache and pain. Built for the fight, built for the climb, built to keep moving 1 mile at a time. The oak tree doesn't fear the wind, because the wind helped grow its roots. And a strong soul doesn't fear adversity, because adversity built the soul. Bring the storm, stand tall. Now the clouds roll in again, and I can feel the pressure building. But I've been here before, and I know exactly what to do. Keep my head up, keep my face strong, keep moving forward no matter how long. Because storms don't last forever, but the strength they build does. And every battle survived becomes another reason to believe. I was built for the storm, built for the rain, built for the nights that bring heartache and pain. Built for the fight, built for the climb, built to keep moving 1 mile at a time. I was built for the storm, and the storm built me too. Every scar, every lesson, every breakthrough. The storm wasn't sent to destroy me, it was sent to reveal me. These boots have seen things most people only hear about. Hey. Scuffed up leather by the front door, older now than they were before. Covered in dust from 1,000 roads, carrying stores nobody knows. They walked factory floors at dawn, stayed moving when hope was gone. Stood beside hospital beds at night and kept me steady through every fight. Across county lines in pouring rain, and walked through heartache, loss and pain. Every scratch and every stain got a memory attached to his name. A man leaves footprints long before he leaves memories. If these boots could talk, they tell you where I've been. Every mountain climbed, every battle I didn't quit in. If these boots could talk, they tell you what I learned. Life ain't about what you take, it's about what you've earned. Boots stood next to my old man learning everything a boy can about honesty and sacrifice and doing what's right the first time these boots walked into my first job. Nervous as hell, but giving it all I got. And when life handed out defeat, these boots refused to accept retreat. They've danced at weddings, stood at graves, seen good years and hard days, and somehow through every chapter they kept moving forward after. The road changes people 1 mile at a time. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you where I've been. Every mountain climbed, every battle I didn't quit in. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you what I learned. Life ain't about what you take, it's about what you've earned. The world sees old boots and thinks they're worn out. I seek proof of a life lived, proof of lessons learned, proof that showing up matters. Whoa, keep walking, whoa, keep moving. One day they'll sit by the door and carry me no more. But before that day finally comes, there's still miles left to run, still dreams worth chasing, still people worth loving, still roads worth driving, still mornings worth rising. And when my grandchildren ask someday about the path that shaped my way, I'll point right down toward these boots and say that's where the story starts. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you where I've been. Every mountain climbed, every battle I didn't quit in. If these boots could talk, they'd tell you what I learned. Life ain't about what you take, it's about what you've earned. About what you've earned. If these boots could talk, they'd say don't fear the road, because every mile you survive becomes part of your soul. The boots wear out, but the stories never do.